Hey everyone, welcome to a new series I'm going to call Build. And this series is going to focus on the more creative aspects of the game, give me some freedom to move around and do some stuff outside of the normal SMP style Let's Plays. And basically, if I have a building stuck in my mind I want to build, I'm going to go ahead and build it in creative, but it's also going to let me go back and do some words. You guys are going to get used to hearing that a lot. Tutorials on previous builds. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and jump into Ripple Effect, where I'm going to do my first requested tutorial on a build. Alright guys, welcome to Ripple Effect Season 3 End Portal Room. This room was built by me a couple months ago. I think I built it back in September, and I'm going to be going over the different design aspects I used to build this room. We won't be going through step-by-step tutorial, but I will teach you the segments that I've built, so you don't have to do like a straight block for block copy. I'd rather teach you guys how I did my stuff, so maybe you can use that to kind of create your own. But I wanted to come in here and kind of show you a bit before we went into the tutorial process, and yeah, just kind of give you guys a heads up of what this area really looks like. Alright guys, you can see here we have the different elements of the end portal room kind of broken up. And I want to start by saying these archways were not designed by me. They were designed by Pixel and Poly. They have some really great guides they've been posting on the Minecraft Reddit. I will go ahead and post a picture now. And they give you a great starting point and great what do you want to call it, foundation of way to use. And when I saw this archway, I know exactly how I want to use that. I want to use it for an end portal, kind of Moroccan feeling, but dark and a little bit creepy. And I think it really pulled off. Yeah, we have the different segments. We have the walls. We have what I'm calling the end chandelier, or a rain chandelier, as I'm starting to like calling. This is the fog effect floor, and this is the end island palette. So let's go ahead and start with this guy right here. So for the most part, this guy is pretty easy. We're going to build right next to it. What you do is you're just going to come up. It's 3 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks, and then this top block is just a rotated pillar. And that's how I kind of do the rotated pillar. Super simple. Then you go 1, 2, 3, and then the third one is again the rotated pillar. 1, 2. Then the third one again rotated that way. Have that. I'm saying Andenalon. I'm sorry. This is why I don't normally do tutorials. But yeah, you just bring this all the way down. And that's the starting point for this archway. Now at this point, this is where I would use the black powder concrete. I use black powder concrete instead of regular black concrete because it gives you that noise. And when you do a lot of this powder, it really simulates the void in the end. So that's why I went with powder instead of regular concrete. Though I did go with regular concrete on the floor, and I'll explain that in a minute. So once you have this in place, it gets a little bit easier to kind of see the differences. You can go ahead and get your stairs in, and when I was saying the 1, 2, 3, and then 2 more, that was so you know how to count. So 1, 2, 3, and then you can count up, and there's your first stairs. 1, 2, 3. And then everything else gets super easy at that. You just put a stair on top of those stairs, and then stairs in the corner. Now you have that shape. That's all that is. Then we'll come over here, grab a chain, and a Soulfire lantern. 1, 2, 3 on the chains, Soulfire lantern. There you go. That shape, done. Easy peasy. Now, for this archway, again, this was a Pixel and Poly thing. I ended up using this because I knew I wanted to hide the end portal behind something, and that's what you can do. You can knock out this black powder, put obsidian. Go ahead and do that. Put obsidian back behind this pillar, and basically create your own portal, and it'll work out really well. But to do this archway, it's just 3 wide, and I'm going to use the pillar blocks from that guy. Come up from this, same height, everything. Again, doing the laid over pillar, going across. This one doesn't have the pillar in the middle this time, and it's just a half slab. Half slab, half slab, and there. Again, it would be way easier to do it with the black concrete already in place, so you don't have to do what I did. This, I'm misclicking. Those of you who have been following the channel understand I use a controller, so I misclick a lot. There you go. And what's great about this is it follows my rule of 3s, where you need at least 2 different textures and 1 depth, or 2 depths and 1 texture. So we have 1, 2 textures, and then 1 deep. So falls in there perfectly. Great simple design. Again, Pixel Poly, thank you so much for that build guide. It's a great point if you guys are struggling for ideas to look at those guides, because they're super simple patterns that you can follow and you can really turn into your own stuff. Next, let's go to the floor, and then we'll come back to the rain chandelier. So the fog effect floor is literally just a layer of black concrete with an air gap, a layer of black stained glass with an air gap, and then a layer of black stained glass again. And layering the glass with the air gap is what gives the effect. So you can see the different kind of glass. You don't want the black concrete to go all the way up, because then it kind of creates this hollow effect where you won't see the different layers of glass, which means you won't see a fog. So if you do black all the way up, see how you see the different layers of glass? Well, on this side it gets a lot harder to see those layers of glass, so it just looks like a giant hole. So you want to kind of keep your wall color different from the floor color. And that's all that is. You put glass between though, and it's kind of hard to see, but it just creates this hole all the way down. You need that air gap. The air gap, very important. The palette for the end island, again, the end island, you can make your own shape, whatever. All you really need to know are the blocks I used were birchwood, sandstone, smooth sandstone, and endstone. You can add in any other kind. It's just I wanted to stay relatively close to the same color, but use as many different textures as I could. So those were the block styles that I used for the end islands. And then finally for the rain chandelier, this one's a little bit more complicated to make. So the way I do them is I start with 1 block, I pillar it up, and then I literally just kind of randomly throw blocks off of it. Obviously, if you're in survival, this will be a little bit a slower process. Then once you do that, get your panes. Just start placing random panes around. Now, what you want to make sure is that 2 panes don't connect. Because if 2 panes connect, then you're going to get a really weird shape. Not going to work out too well. That. It's literally just kind of spamming panes as many random spots as you can get. That. This, I want to do here. There, and that might be enough for you guys to kind of get the understanding of what this looks like. So when you have all the panes you want in place, just take down this pillar tree. Sure not to hit the glass panes. There you go. You have the glass pane chandelier raining effect, and I think that looks super cool. The only thing to really know other than that is make sure your light sources are above it, because it'll hit the glass panes just right in the dark, and it'll look a lot better. Alright guys, and that's going to wrap up this tutorial on the end portal room I made in episode 9 of Ripple Effect back in September 2020. If you guys like this episode, let me know, hit the like button. If you would rather me have done it a different way, also let me know, because this is my first time doing anything tutorial like I said, not every episode will be structured like this. If I have a creative idea, and it may just be one long time lapse of me building, but slow enough so you'll be able to keep up if you want to replicate the build. Yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want more. Let me know how you like this episode. I will talk to you later. See ya.